Say one. Elf? Elf, is this thing recording? Elf, oh, great, thank you. Hi, kids of Leigh Primary School. It's Father Christmas here. As you know, this year it's all been a bit strange. We're not going to be able to do breakfast with Santa as we normally would. So Mr. Eaton, your head teacher, and all your lovely PTA have asked me to record this short message and perhaps read you a story just to say hello and wish you a very happy Christmas. Now, it's been a strange year. Things have gone on. It's not been quite the same with schooling at home, your teachers having to go on video, you having to go on videos, speaking to grandparents, speaking to your uncles and your aunties. It's all very strange. So my elf said to me, Santa, why don't you use Zoom to talk to the children, to say hello, because you're not going to see them. So here I am. This is me in my house. All the elves are busy working. And we're just sitting here getting ready for December the 24th so that we can come and visit with some presents for all of you. So it hasn't all been bad, but you've not had to wear school uniform all year, I know that. That's been great. So whether you're in the squirrels class, the robins, foxes, hedgehogs, hawks or wolves, I'm going to be wishing you a very, very happy Christmas. And this year there's been other things to be excited about. Miss Euler is now not Miss Euler. She's Mrs. Short, and she got married, and that's really something to be celebrated. So as we go into Christmas and we go into the new year, we can all be excited that this is going to get put behind us and we can all enjoy ourselves again. So, Mrs. Murray, who as you know is your forest school teacher, has asked me to read you a story, and normally she gives me a very rude story. Those of you that have been to breakfast with me before know her favourite book is Santa Wants a Wee. Now I find that a little embarrassing. So this year I've got my choice because Mrs. Murray is not here to tell me what to do. This book was given to me many years ago when I was a little child, and it's my favourite Christmas book ever. It's called The Jolly Christmas Postman. Now what's so exciting about this book is that we can open it and find little gifts and little cards inside. So if you'll allow me to sit and read it to you, then I will. So sit down, be quiet, don't poke your brother or sister, and listen to the story. The Jolly Christmas Postman. Elf, are you still recording? Yeah, good, thank you. Once upon a Christmas Eve, just after it had snowed, the jolly postman, yes, him again, came down the jolly road, and in the bag upon his back, an interesting load. First stop, 4 Bears Cottage. And we've got an envelope for the baby bear. Let's see what's in there. Oh look, it's a card, a postcard with all my elves, oh, and my Santa suit in the corner. It's my workshop. A Christmas card for baby bear, a bear who's shy, a mummy up a ladder, a postman with a pie, a postman on his bike again. Ta-ta, take care, bye-bye. And by, a second stop. He comes to Red Riding Hood's house, and he has a letter for Miss Red Riding Hood. And this is a special letter. It's a game. How to get out of the woods. Have fun, throw your dice, and run away from that wolf. A jolly game, a lucky girl, but see what's written here. From Mr. Wolf, he's got a nerve, A Merry Christmas, dear. The postman can't think what to say and sips his ginger beer and eats his pie and waves bye-bye. So that game was the Little Red Riding Hood from the Wolf. How cheeky. The postman gets back on his bike and rides another mile. A crooked mile, in actual fact. It takes him quite a while. He never finds the sixpence though. You may need to ask your parents about that one. Or come to that, the style. And besides, the crooked man has it. Next stop, the hospital. And for the hospital, we find Humpty Dumpty's jigsaw. But all the pieces are missing. Elf! Where's the pieces? Oh, so we'll move on. But Humpty Dumpty smiles and blinks. A jigsaw for me? Huh, what fun, he thinks. From all the king's horses and all the king's men. How nice. And then he falls out of bed and gets cracked up again. Never mind, in comes the doctor, in comes the nurse, and in comes the lady with the alligator purse. That's one for your grandparents. And they mend him. So the jolly postman waves bye-bye, he has far to go. The sun has vanished from the sky and clouds are hanging low. He feels a kiss upon his cheek, the first fresh flakes of snow, and comes, number 4, to a small tin door where the gingerbread boy may live. And in the envelope for the gingerbread boy, we have a small book, a little annual, just to be read by the gingerbread boy. A book in a book. That's clever, says the gingerbread boy. What a simply delicious surprise. But if only he knew he's in one too, that would really open his eyes. Then a bucket of tea for the postman, 24 mince pies. So off through the snow the postman rides with more than a meal in his insides. He's all shook up and all of a quiver. And it's not just the cold that's making him shiver. There's a letter he'd rather not deliver. To you know who? Do you know who? It's to Mr. Wolf. And in Mr. Wolf's envelope, there is a letter to the Mr. Wolf. But all's well, all's merry, the wolf's just wolfing pies and sherry and playing games in his cosy den. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? With the 3 little pigs and the little red hen. Because after all, it is Christmas. And then he reaches Santa's grotto. A cup of tea with Santa and Mrs. Santa too. Got any children's letters? The postman smiles. A few. Have you written to Santa yet? Better get a move on. Well, fancy that, says Santa. Now we've got one for you. A letter to our famous, lovely and friendly Christmas postman. A peep show for a postman. The postman peeps inside. A postman's round completed. It's time to take a ride. But how to make the journey? The drifts are deep and wide. To avoid the snow, ho ho ho. And then a jolly postman, warm and snug, a postman's dog upon the rug, a clock that's chiming in the hall. A Merry Christmas, one and all. The end. So I hope you like that story. That's always been one of my favourites. So as we now finish, and I look forward to being able to come back and see you next year, we just got to think to be nice and kind to each other, and that also means to your brothers and sisters too. And you've got to be good, and that way I will turn up. But this year, I've ripped up the naughty list. No one's naughty this year. We're all going to have a lovely Christmas. So I wish you, your friends, your parents, your family, those that look after you, and anybody that you're going to be seeing this Christmas, a very happy, safe and relaxing time. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, I have spoken to Boris Johnson and he has allowed me to come out around all the country on Christmas Eve to deliver your presents. No problem. Happy Christmas to you all.